Tonight's episode is brought to you by the creepy waitress from Waffle House.
Thank you there. I was just stumbling by this window of this lit home, and I just noticed y'all in here recording. I thought y'all might need some eggs. I got some eggs I was carrying home with me from my husband. I lived down just the road from here, just a little ways. My husband's been dead for 3 years. He's an abusive drunk, and I would fix some eggs. I'd play with his eggs, and then he just up and shot himself in the head 3 times one night, lit our trailer on fire. Crazy story, right? Now I just wonder, from Waffle House to Waffle House, cooking bacon and eggs and such. You come on down to Waffle House, boys. I'll play with your all's eggs. Ronald Lump was in our Waffle House this past week. He showed me what makes America great again from him. He scrambled my eggs good. See, y'all need some eggs? Y'all need some...
Ma'am, you need to go on. We have to start a podcast. I'm sorry.
I appreciate it, ma'am.
Now, if you sure y'all need some eggs...
Ma'am, no. You need to go on. We're good. Thank you, though.
Yeah, thanks.
It's storming outside. You need to go home before you get struck by lightning.
Please don't stab us.
The weather's not a big deal. I walk in the thunderstorms all the time, especially in the dark. I always got me a pocket full of eggs. Y'all sure you want some?
No, ma'am.
No, thank you, ma'am.
We're fine. Thank you, though.
Well, I promise I won't be standing over here watching y'all in the dark or nothing.
Thank you, ma'am. We're okay, though. Cue the music, I guess. You think that bitch is gone?
I'd be surprised if we survived the night long.
I've never started an episode more immensely fearful for my life than I have tonight. That is by far the strangest shit that has happened to us yet.
I've never been so scared of a 90-pound lady.
I thought a witch was walking up to our window. Nobody, the viewer or the listener doesn't know, but there's a double pane big set of windows right beside where me and Brandon record. It is April 6th. It's dark. It's fucking stormy. And this woman just walked up out of the darkness to our fucking window.
Yeah.
On her way, she had a Waffle House uniform. And,
looks like she's had it for years. Like, she hasn't changed it.
Yeah, I know. It kind of looked like it'd been buried a few times. She was carrying a tow sack that she told us was filled with eggs.
Yeah.
That's fucking...
She wanted to cook us some eggs.
Fucking weird. I got a flashlight, and I'm just gonna sit right here, and the AR is sitting right in there, so if we need to defend ourselves, we can. Fucking very strange course of events. So welcome to tonight's very doom and gloom filled thunderstorm Stephen King Death Edition, brought to you by Waffle House of Good Old Gamers Podcast. I'm Lyle McClendon, and I'm here with equally as probably going to get murdered, Brandon Gentry.
Go fuck yourself, creepy lady from Waffle House.
No shit. Get the fuck out of my yard. Anywho, I guess we'll try to brighten the mood a little bit and just kick it off as we always do with a little bit of news. The Spanish Super Smash Bros. Community is considering banning the Bayonetta character from competitions.
Which is kind of strange, because I don't think any other communities really have a problem with her. Now, I'm not an expert on this by any means, but from what I've seen and read, she's like mid-tier at best.
One of the reasons they said they want her out, or the main reason, is the community in Spain says that she is just seen to be too powerful. Like, way more, OP than other characters. I'm with you on that. I don't have the Bayonetta character. I don't really know.
This could have changed since the last time I've even looked into, who's the top dog in Smash Brothers. But last time I looked, she was pretty far down on the list. Like, Cloud was way further up there than her. Cloud and Ryu, to my knowledge, are pretty good.
I mean, she's powerful, but is she like that? Like overwhelmingly powerful.
From what I've read, I mean, and again, this was like early after her release. She was really easy for new players to pick up and spam a shitload. And maybe they don't like that. Like a new player can get up and button mash and beat a moderately skilled player. Maybe.
Now, I'm not saying this against. I'm not saying this against anybody. As I know a bunch of Smash Brothers players. Some of my loved ones are Smash Brothers players, like competitively.
Yeah.
I think probably what it is, though, is a bunch of people being fucking crybabies.
Could
probably.
be.
I don't know. That could be just... I mean, that's just an assumption.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me a bit.
We should get this news out of the way. We're not going to have an episode next week. Because I'm moving.
Yes, Brandon is moving on up
To the east side.
My wallet's been moving on down. They've put me through the fucking ringers.
You showed up looking like somebody who's just like, your entire family died. You had such a look of distraught, like glassed over glaze in your eyes, like that man has just seen some shit.
You like somebody we own your family.
You're like somebody just come back from Nam without any limbs.
Yeah.
But yeah, no episode next week, so tough shit.
Yep.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
We gotta. I'm going to make an announcement. So if any of our listeners would be interested, it's probably going to be like in the next 2 to 3 weeks. But I'm gonna organize us a little celebration. Since the last podcast to now, we have officially turned 1 year old at Good Old Gamers. So happy birthday to us!
Happy birthday, us!
Technically, April 3rd is going to be our birthday. So that's when the first episode and site and everything went live. It was April 3rd.
Hells yeah.
So, happy birthday to us. I'm going to plan some sort of celebration. Might try to do something here, or maybe do something at Pints and Pixels. I don't know. Just something, get our buddies that are guests on, our recurring guests come out, and a couple other people.
Yeah.
Drink some booze, play some video games.
You want to hang with the Good Old Gamers, send us a message.
Hell yeah. We're going to rig something up. Got an idea for a fun way to party? Let us know. By the time Brandon gets moved and everything else dies down, we'll be ready for a good party.
Yeah, I'm ready for something.
We'll make that happen. But anywho, that's another part of news.
Saw that a Republican congressman of California by the name of Duncan Hunter,
the same guy that was vaping.
Yep, he's in trouble for allegedly spending $1,300 of campaign funds on Steam. He's currently under investigation by the FEC, and what a way to possibly get removed from office and in prison, maybe. Yeah,
this is for anybody that isn't familiar with this guy. This is the same guy that was vaping at like a congressional hearing or something not too long ago. There was a YouTube video that
blowing his douche flute.
Yeah, and now. Another type of steam has got him into trouble. Yeah. This guy needs to stay away from all things related with mist and or steam. God. No sauna for you.
He could have bought so many copies of like fucking Cave Story.
Hey, it's crazy, but you could have bought a laser active. Laserdisc is the future. That's a possible rage rant tonight. Anywho, you remember the Analog Nintendo company we talked about some episodes back? The people that have like the $500 Analog Nintendo that they released?
Yeah.
That they built from their own parts. It's not, it's built completely different than a Nintendo, but it plays Nintendo games. Well, that company has a new product coming out. And you can reserve one right now, Brennan, because they're only producing 10 of them. Now, I know this is what you need for your new home. They're taking reservations for a 24-karat gold-plated analog NES.
What a deal!
And they're only priced at, get this, $5,000 each.
Only! Holy
That's
shit.
all. Yeah.
I'm going to get a second mortgage on my new house and do this.
You get a free cartridge of Legend of Zelda that comes with it.
Is it also gold-plated?
It is also gold-plated.
Real gold, or...?
No.
Okay.
It's
Just
your
the gold
standard Nintendo gold. Fool's gold.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's happening. It either comes with a RGB or HDMI output. It should come with something for $5,000. I mean, other than being just fucking 24 karat gold plated. They're just like, gold nugget rings aren't in anymore. We're just going to get every 60-year-old man's gold nugget ring in America and melt down and plate some of our NESs.
Yeah.
That's probably all they did. Whatever. Douche
nozzles. Doom's going to open beta April 15th to the 18th. So if you want to check it out, I'll probably check it out because I don't like spending money on games I haven't played. So, yeah.
Yes.
It looks good, even for a Bethesda game.
PlayStation 4's console's latest system software update adds remote play on the PC and Mac. And it adds a new live streaming channel and social networking feature.
All 3 players with Macs.
Yeah. Oh.
It reminds me of one of my favorite webcomics I saw. It was, I'll skip all the bullshit. It's basically this guy was asking about, he's considering getting a Mac to be a PC gamer. For gaming. He's considering getting a Mac for gaming. And
Does the guy know anything about computers?
Well, that's... The other character said, let me show you something. He brings him to like this museum of gaming. And there's like in this one tube, it says PC gamer, and it's this average looking nerd. The other tube was empty. It says Mac gamer. And the guy's like, there's nothing in there. And the other character's like, because they don't exist. Fuck Macs.
I will say, in defense, I mean, you can do anything you can do on there on Windows, of course. And I've seen it proven, but Mac is pretty good for music production. That's one good thing about it.
It comes stock good, but I mean, you could just download stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, anything you can do on Mac, you can do on PC.
In fact, you could run Mac on a PC, so there's no point in getting a real Macintosh, unless you just want to throw an extra $500 on top of your normal build in the garbage.
That is true.
Yeah,
we're not very Apple products friendly, but we are available on iTunes, so go check us out and give us reviews.
Yeah. All about some iTunes now.
Yeah.
I don't have much choice.
Yeah. Please give us reviews.
It's like Twitter. I fucking hate Twitter, but I've got to be on Twitter because it's just ubiquitous in the industry.
Yeah, I know. That's what everybody uses, pretty much.
I fucking hate it.
What else you got?
Last bit of news before we get to our big news is, Baldur's Gate Siege of Dragon Siege is getting flack for including a transgender character named Mizana. I don't really understand. Apparently the development team's getting harassed and stuff online. And it does, from what I've seen, it does seem like it's pandering to the fucking Tumblr community. But at the same time, who gives a fuck? How's that? I don't understand.
That's not affecting your day-to-day fucking life.
I don't understand.
And if it is, you need to reconsider your priorities.
Yeah, if you're so offended by it that you've got to harass somebody online for it, you really need to step back and take a look at yourself because something's fucked up.
Yep. You're a keyboard warrior gone rogue.
I mean, seriously, it affects nothing. The game's probably still going to be good just because one of the characters is transgender. Who gives 3 fucks? I guess some people give more than 3 fucks, but those people are dumb.
Indeed. I agree 100%. I guess we're going to get to the big one. I'm trying to pull up.
I've already got it on my phone. Well, I did. I decided, fuck me.
There's so much on this. Okay, we're pulling all this from a message board, and there is so much on this fucking post.
Well, I've got a broke down version if you want me to read it.
Yeah, that's cool. I got one pulled up too. Go ahead.
All right. We've covered the whole Coleco Chameleon saga, and Mike Kennedy is officially thrown in the towel.
Finally.
He posted a long post on the Atari Age forums, and we'll skip over a lot of it, but this is the meat of it. He says, let me find. He's talking about the at the toy fair. He says, it was a day before I was traveling to the toy fair. That person came over to my house with a toy fair prototype with his instructions to not show the back of the unit no matter what, but without any specific information as to why I shouldn't show it. I believed him and went to the show with that unit. During the show, we were accused of not having that system even plugged in, so I made the decision to take a photo of the back of the unit showing it was clearly plugged in. I didn't feel we had anything to hide. Then all hell broke loose, and it was identified that SNES Mini parts or the whole PCB from an SNES Mini was inside the console shell. I was left in a terrible spot at this point, and I had a decision to make that evening at the hotel. Do I take this thing apart and see what was inside or what was in it, and quit the show, or continue on with the show? Right or wrong, I continued on with the toy fair, and it continued to impress people, and the games were very favorably liked. When challenged, the person who built the prototype insisted that despite the SNES parts used, it was his software the console was running on. Again, I believed him, Kennedy said, and we moved forward. The person was then given explicit instructions to show Coleco Chameleon's circuit board, or PCB, which stands for printed circuit board, inside a clear console casing so Kennedy could show a real prototype to the community on Facebook. When he first emailed me the images, he indicated this was our prototype 100%, Kennedy said. He even joked about how people online were trying to identify the board in our shell, laughing and telling me they won't find it because it's our original work. Again, I believed him. But yeah, that's about the breakdown of it.
He also said, keep in mind the pictures were to combat the criticism of the fake Toy Fair prototype and were given me by him, which referring to the engineer, to post on Facebook to show the people that this was the real prototype. He said that, talking about, they joked about how people were online trying to identify the board in our shell.
He closes it with saying, there was never any intention to deceive or pull wool over any of your eyes. These past few months with these fake prototypes was inexcusable, and I hope you can all understand a bit more about how this all happened and why I have remained silent the past few weeks. It's not in my nature to trick people into anything. My end game has always been to give back to this hobby that I love and respect, and to make it and do things that people enjoy. I've never taken one penny from anyone that wasn't genuinely earned. So, yeah, that's about it for what he said.
He said he'd paid this guy like $7,000.
Oh, yeah.
Too, and had come up empty-handed. Or he said, I've paid this guy $7,000 and have nothing to show for it.
And supposedly he'd never seen the guy or met him in person.
This was all done over the interwebs.
Yep. And I kind of want to believe him because it really collaborates with the Pico Interactive post I talked about several weeks back, where the owner of Pico, I think it's the owner of Pico Interactive, or maybe one of their top employees, went to the toy fair. And he saw there that it was the SNES Mini, and he started talking to Mike without outright accusing him. And it said he believed that Mike really didn't know. And he was super excited to play their Pico Interactive cartridge and stuff. And he said he wasn't sure if it would work. And when they turned it on, it worked. Mike Kennedy started bragging to him about the FPGA and this and that. And he just seemed generally enthused about his product and did not think at all this was some kind of hoax. So I kind of want to believe him. But even still, this is like such epic mismanagement that he can't be trusted with anything ever again.
Yeah, he closed it by saying, you'll all be glad to hear that I'm officially tabling the console venture for good. I want to ask you all for some level of forgiveness and hope you all understand that I would have never gone to Kickstarter with a blatant ripoff of a prototype.
And that's true.
So it's just messed up. And it's ruined everything associated, like Retro Magazine. I have a feeling it'll be going under. I'm not 100% sure because, like I said, that message board has gotten so many more posts just today.
Oh, I'm sure it's nearly in the hundreds
but
now.
Apparently, apparently what they're saying is like it's just caused a ripple effect with every company tied to retro. Period.
Yeah, and this is probably was the death knell of anything like this ever getting started. Because anytime some legit company's going to come up and say, hey, I got this idea for a new cartridge console, so people are going to be like, Coleco Chameleon, Retro VGS, blur, blur, and that's going to be that.
It sucks, but I mean, one of the positive ways of looking at it is at least it's officially over.
Yeah.
At least it's has finally ended.
Yep. Until he starts the Kickstarter for the documentary of the death of the chameleon.
An epic tale of unforgiving, unepic situations. Coleco Chameleon, the chameleon movie that you'll never see.
Get it on a blue VHS for $39.99.
Yeah. Took the words right out of my mouth. If you kick $100 or more, you'll get the fucking Betamax edition.
$300 Laserdisc.
That's what's it. Is it crazy, bro? Is it crazy? $300 is Laserdisc. Crazy. Jesus.
Oh God.
Yeah. So that's it. It's over. Good.
This coffee beer is stout.
It's like, I think it's named Trade Day. Do you think they just go to the troughs at the Lake Honorable and just like fucking bottle that up?
It is like the piss water from the little coffee house there, and it does taste like coffee.
It's hipster piss. Starfucks. That's it for news.
That's it for news.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a What's in Your Hands or an Arcade Arcana ready.
I got something to admit, too. I don't have a Hot and Steamy.
This is going to be a bare bones. I keep looking out the window. I'm still like, kind of feel like there's eyes upon us.
Yeah, I got that feeling, too. That feeling of being watched.
I smell hash browns, too. Anywho.
Something's off about them, though.
You think we could maybe do something to fill some time?
Like what?
I got a little bit of a kind of a rage rant I want to talk about. I described this to you beforehand.
Unloaded on us.
I'm not naming any names or anything, but I had a unique motherfucking experience happen to me this past Sunday.
Yeah, it was quite entertaining to see your impression of it.
Yes. I'm almost tempted to go back and secretly undercover film this guy, just so people can kind of understand.
Like a PSA.
Yeah, exactly. Why you shouldn't go here. I went to a random flea market that I never go to, way up north of here, because I hear tells from some of my friends in the arcade community about there's a guy up there that has a really badass selection. So we load up and go up there Sunday morning. I get there about 9 o'clock, walk in, scan this whole barren ass flea market, and there's not shit. Don't find anything. And I walk around to the back of the flea market, the last area we went, and found this guy. And just tucked away in the back corner.
For good reason.
So I start looking, and before I can even really get halfway down this guy's tables, this guy literally has like 8 huge long tables set end to end all the way down with shit just stacked everywhere. Glass cases with all kinds of expensive ass games like Bucky O'Hare. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a softball RPG game that come out for NES.
You have any Haggains?
He didn't have any Haggains. I did send
$3 Haggain.
I did.
Inside joke.
Yeah. I did say in there, but okay, and I noticed TurboGrafx 16 shit. So if you're a collector, that's a pretty good look. That's a pretty good sight right off the bat. Because just nobody has turbo shit, especially at a flea market. So there's 2 dudes standing there, and meanwhile, too, I want to point out on the other side of these tables, this guy's got like 2 rows of arcade cabinets.
Were they in good shape?
Some of them were and some of them weren't.
Okay.
A lot of them look like... The back row was pretty much all non-working project cabinets, and the front was working stuff. And majority of them looked like they were just kind of spliced together, but they were all running original shit. This guy actually snubbed his nose really hard at me when I told him I had a fucking main cabinet.
I've noticed that in the arcade community while we're kind of rage ranting, there's a lot of purity saber wielding douches in the community. Look, I know there's nothing better than playing the real arcade game on its own arcade cabinet. I think
But when you're limited on space,
right,
and don't have room for like 50 fucking arcade units in your house,
the MAME's a perfect solution to that. I would love to have my own private arcade with every fucking game I would like to play in it. But you know what? That's not fucking real life. So you want to look down on me for having a MAME cabinet? Eat a dick. Cause,
we look down on you for being that big of a snobby purist about a video game.
Seriously, we're just doing it to have fun.
Doubt you know what a puss looks like.
Yeah.
But anywho, this guy... my dog just
have another visitor.
My dog just got up and run in there. I think Waffle House lady might be trying to break in my house somewhere. Anywho, I get to looking, and this guy comes walking up. You know, probably not much older than us. Kind of a hipster looking dude, smoking a big modded douche flute. Comes up, and I'm talking pretty much yelling at me. This guy hit a fucking crack pipe before he come to work, and
maybe he ate some of Waffle House lady's eggs.
He might have, with a little extra side of mushrooms.
Yeah,
capped, double capped, but covered and capped. Anyways, this dude catches my eye, or he looks at me and he notices I'm looking at turbo stuff. So he comes down, and I'm going to try to emulate this guy the best I can.
Do I need to turn down your volume a little bit?
I'm going to back off the microphone.
Okay. I'll watch you. I'm not turning down.
My wife Emerald says I end up doing this pretty good. But this dude comes down and proceeds to like bebop down there, and I shit you not, you know, we're just wanting to look. I don't like talking to fucking pushy salesmen.
Hell no.
And shit. I hate it. Just let me look at your shit, and I will be more likely to buy something from you if you leave me the fuck alone and let me browse in peace. This dude sees me, however, and sees Nathan Earl. He's with me, and comes bebopping up, and he's like, "Hey, bros! Hey, guys! What's going on, bros? What's up? You guys collect? Hey, man, you collect!" And this whole time, dude, he's using mad like body language, like he's jerking. He keeps like doing the voila thing with his hands, you know,
the jazz hands,
and it's just like he like rolls his eyes and has that smart ass look of like, I know more about video games than you, right, bro?
It's almost crazy. The Cosby laugh look.
Yeah. Well, I can't say some of the stuff this guy said because he did say some kind of like, I mean, he wasn't meaning the things he was saying homophobic, but somebody out there could take it homophobic. He pretty much just kept saying, okay, I'm going to quote this guy. This guy,
quote it.
He comes up and he's like, "What do you like collecting, bro? What do you like collecting? I got a pretty sweet setup here, don't I? Got a pretty fucking sweet setup. Look here. Look at this." Hands me a Sega CDX. And I'm just like, fucking nice. He's like, "Just got that thing region modded, man. Got that composite modded." And I'm not going to name the guy that does his mods, but we'll just say his name was Ernie. He's like, "You got to wait till Ernie gets here. You're going to love Ernie. Ernie will be here in a minute." I know it's fucking crazy, right? It's fucking crazy. But look at this. Look at this. See this? Top loader NES? And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, Nope, bro. Got the AV mod done in the back. Check it out. Check this out. Got this modded TV, too. We modded it. Why? Just because we can. We know what we're doing here. We play with all kinds of things and like experimenting. We got a cable coming out now that turns RF directly into composite. It's magic. I know, it's fucking crazy. I get on, "Dude, what kind do you collect for? What do you collect for?" And I try to tell him before I can even say anything. He's like, Cool. What? And I'm like, mainly I'm wanting to better my TurboGrafx collection. He's like, "I get kicked off of boards all the time because I have 2 complete sets of TurboGrafx 16, one loose, one in box." I just like looking in the boxes, and I'm not a cardboard purist, though, but I have them all in case. And I got my loose ones in baseball card sleeves. It's fucking crazy, bro, right? But Sega, oh my god, I love Sega. And begin quote here. No, I love Sega. I'm such a fag for Sega. I'm such a Sega fag. And I'm just, at this point, I'm like, oh man, please shut the fuck up. And he just keeps on pulling shit out. Bet you never seen a CDI in the box, have you, bro? You got a CDI in the box. About 30 box games. Got them Zelda games. Those 2 Zelda games are really good. And I'm just like, I'm going to call you there. I know those games are fucking bullshit. I'm a Zelda purist. And I know they're bullshit. He's just like, well, I've heard they were pretty good. Never played them, but I got my collection for sale. I got this one. I got another one, my personal collection. I got 2 complete NES and SNES collections, too. Fucking crazy, bro. I got a fucking laser active. I'm a big fucking Laserdisc whore, man. Fucking whore for Laserdisc, man. If you want to check out some Laserdisc, bro, I'll hook you up. Check it out. This guy on this fucking message board's about to sell all these deleted scenes on Laserdisc because he worked at fucking Orion Studios in 1992. Whoa, bro, it's crazy. Got so many deals. Come on, check it out. I got this arcade cabinet over here. It's crazy, right? Sega Die Hard arcade playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Fucking crazy, right? And that is the condensed version. This guy fucking talked to me like that for 45 minutes. And finally Emerald was like, we have got to fucking go. And
nails on the fucking chalkboard.
If you want to give me some real money, bro, you can just tell me, say CDI collection. You interested in CDI collection, man? Straight $800 everything. So I asked him about Bomberman for TurboGrafx. That's about $50 game, bro, man. I'm a walking price guy, but let me look. Oh, it's loose. Oh, I got the case, man. That's $70.
Oh,
and
shit.
I'm like, no. Then he turns around and was like, I want $20 for Alien 3 for NES. And I'm like, I know you're fucking crazy now.
No, sir, you're the reason this flea market is barren.
Fucking stop. I'm having a feeling you killed the original fucking owner of that. And you're just hawking his shit off now.
Yeah. Selling it for crack.
I've got about 20,000 games in my console collection. It's fucking crazy, isn't it, bro? It's crazy. Shoot 'em ups. Oh my god, I'm such a cocksucker for shoot 'em ups. He said that too. Begin quote there. And he just talked to me about fucking Japanese shoot 'em ups constantly. I got this shoot 'em up. Got this shoot 'em up here, man. CDI has some really good shoot 'em ups on it, bro. Okay.
Holy shit. I don't envy you.
This is all I'm going to say.
I think I would rather go through all the shit I've been going through for this house rather than 40 minutes of that.
You're going. We're going up there when we... You're going to meet this man, because I'm telling you, this will inspire yarns and yarns of fucking gaming lore. Because this is... We'll put it in an old way and we'll put it in a new way. In a new way, this is playing Fallout 4 with nothing but some bottle caps, looking to buy some goods, and you run up on a fucking deathclaw that wants to fuck you and not eat you.
Nice, nice.
That is the new way of looking at it. The old way, retro gaming, which is our thing, way of looking at it, is... If the retro games you're seeking were Pauline or whatever her name is at the top of Donkey Kong's fucking construction rig, and you're Mario running up, Donkey Kong would cave her fucking face in out of pure spite and throw barrels filled with flaming fucking hobos with chainsaw. I don't know. He would fucking just wait on Mario to get to the top to rescue her and then just snap her neck and hold Mario down and just shit in his mouth. And he would make Mario taste his fucking dong.
His donkey dong.
His donkey dong. His old Kong dong. And, it... I don't know if that's what happens when you have too many video games, or if you've never seen a vagina or dick up close other than your own.
I think the video games are probably a symptom, not the cause.
That's true. It's cool to meet people that are passionate about this because we're passionate about it. But then again, it's a different thing to meet like the Buffalo Bill, the actual Buffalo Bill, fucking video gaming. Like,
oh shit.
My mind's blown now. Like, I just ran it so hard, my head's hurting.
He is the Buffalo Bill of retro gaming.
Stay the fuck away. And here's a
instead
tip,
of raising moths, he collects video games.
Yeah. Could you help me put this couch in the back of my truck? Could you help me load this centipede cabinet?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, can you help me load this fucking centipede cabinet? Swear to God, I'm not gonna fucking skin you or anything, right? I'm not gonna defile your fucking corpse. There's no dead butt fucking happening tonight.
Okay, you've seen Office Space, right?
I watched Office Space the other day.
Okay, what's the name of the restaurant that Jennifer...
Shenanigans.
He sounds like this...
Isn't it?
Yes, Shenanigans, I'm pretty sure. He sounds like the love child of Billy Mays and the male waiter at Shenanigans.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you had him and if Billy Mays was on the max amount of cocaine before his heart would explode.
Which is quite a bit.
Which, I mean, if he were snorting lines of fucking OxyClean, and
Billy Mays here with another fantastic console.
CDX regional modded 14 capacitors on the front end, man, and it can do everything but suck your cock. Dude, all I'm going to say is this. From a consumer point of view, don't be a pushy fucking salesman. Shut the fuck up and let the person buy. If they truly want to buy something or know something, they'll ask you. I don't mind talking about something.
Oh, yeah, some
but when you're sitting there
chit-chat,
fucking yelling and just being braggadocious and talking about your fucking collection and shit, I don't give a shit. I'm here to buy stuff. Back the fuck off.
Yeah.
Slow the fuck down. Stop yelling at people and stop... Dude, he's just talking so much shit about people on the internet being like, you're a fucking hoarder, dude. Why do you need a third complete TurboGrafx set? And he's like, and I'm just like, fuck them. It's because I want it. Fuck them. People on the internet are fucking stupid. Fuck them. Just saying shit like that. And I'm like, we left. I'm like, I can see why that guy got kicked off of a fucking message board.
Yeah.
I would ban him immediately.
Yep.
And,
he's banned from Game Fest.
Yeah, if I see that guy within a 10-mile radius, I'll probably something.
We're gonna have a bunch of vendor tables. He will not be one of them.
No, we're not gonna subject you to that kind of shit because that kind of stuff turns me away from
all of our
the
vendors
hobby.
will be non-douchebag certified.
Well, that turns me away from the hobby big time. That's like meeting the people that you're talking about. They're just straight arcade purists that would snub their nose at you. That guy was like, oh, MAME's not a real arcade. Kept saying that and just, would say shit like that and then take me over and show me his arcades. And I just kind of want to be like, your fucking Double Dragon cab that's in a fucking shitty Neo Geo cab isn't an actual Double Dragon. So stop sitting here just because you got a fucking fake-ass marquee and, all that shit made doesn't mean it's a fucking... You want to get purist level, I'll go to that arcade purity level with you. This isn't a fucking cab made for that,
Right, yeah.
And the guy sells arcade boards too, and man, he wants like to the list eBay price on everything.
Why even go local then?
There's no point. I mean, the only way I would literally subject myself to this and go back is one of two ways. I'm taking you and you're meeting him. Or if there's just something super fucking rare that I don't want to take the time to sift through eBay for, I might would see if that guy had it. And then, dude, I watched Nathan try to haggle with this guy the other day. Nathan picked up 4 fucking NES games. Like, would you do 10 for all of these? Which Nathan, bless his heart, he's my friend, but he'll lowball the fuck out of you. And sometimes, but everybody does it to a degree.
Well, especially if someone's like, make me an offer. If you say make me an offer, I am going to lowball you.
Oh, no shit. Well, this guy deserved being lowball. That's why I did. But Nathan was like, well, you do like $10 for these 4 games. And I was just like, ugh. I made a audibly loud, like, ugh. Because I'm like,
It's like a slap in the face.
I was just kind of like, well, that's another thing that guy said I want to bring up. I was just like, how? You've heard this guy fucking speak to me. I'm like, how do you have the bravery within your body to try to haggle with this motherfucker? He's got everything that's ever been made. He kickstarted the idea for video games. Like, this guy is fucking supreme, you know? And another thing he said, he was like, you know, it's like those people. I had some people come up here, and I was like, what's up, kiddos? What y'all need? What y'all need? And they're like, we're looking for a Commodore 64. He's like, so I go home, and I just sift through all my stuff I have, and it takes me a couple hours to sift out. But I find a Commodore 64, in box, of course, and I find a Commodore disk drive, in box, of course, and a whole box of floppies, probably about 200 floppies. And he's like, I bring it up here, and I'm like, okay, this is what I got for y'all. And I'm like, for this and this, I want this much, and for it all, he's like, I want about $300 for all of it. And he said these people were like, and he's openly told me this, and told me he told this to these people, and said the people had a weird look on their face, and he's like, what's wrong with that? And they were like, well, we were thinking more along the lines of like $50. And he said, I want to jump over this counter and just beat you for coming up here and just spitting in my face for something like that. So he said, I just jerked the Commodore 64 back and said, I can't just give you this stuff. And I'm like, at that point, I would have probably whooped your fucking ass, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a peaceful man, but I'm a bigger guy, and I know how to throw a fucking punch. And I'm like, at that point, I would have beat your ass and probably hauled ass out that back door with your laser active. And CDX. And TurboGrafx CD.
And your lunch money.
Yeah. And your will to live. I've buried your manhood somewhere in one of these arcade cabinets. Have fun finding it.
I think his will to live is like jammed in the old Sega somewhere. He rented a Sega and jammed his will to live in it, returned it, and never got it back.
No.
He's on the quest to find his will to live.
He's been lost in the abyss.
He's behind them all, trying to find it.
But, if you want to sell your video games, don't be a fucking douche about it. That's all I'm going to say. That I just wanted to rage around about that, because that was a truly unique fucking experience.
Yeah. To
definitely. Be honest.
I enjoyed that.
Christ, I got to smoke another one after that.
Fire up. Well, tonight's subject is Half-Life.
One of our old school favorites.
And I failed y'all because I didn't have time to beat it.
Well, I played it for 45 minutes.
Sweet.
You just looked at me like, no, you fucking failed us. I've been busy. I'm in charge of a new job now, so...
So pretty much you sat around and blew up scientists?
Yeah. Same thing I always do. I at one point in time, I had the Half-Life demo way before I ever had the game.
Mm-hmm.
And doing the demo, I completed the demo several times. Literally all I would fucking do is stand there and stand away from the scientist, and I could time it where I could arch a grenade and throw it and just hold it long enough that right when the grenade got right by the scientist's head, it would just blow him to bits. Yeah. I did that so much. I was just like role-playing like I'm going to murder you today.
What's great is throughout most of the game, you come across scientists and security guards, and you need some of them to help you. For the most part, you can just kill them, and there's no zero consequence to the story.
Yeah. They're just like, whatever, you're Gordon Freeman, you do what the fuck you need to do.
You are the free man. But yeah, Half-Life 1, because there is a second one.
I've never played Half-Life 2.
Well, you're going to eventually.
I'm going to have it next.
Came out 1998 by Valve, of course. This is well before the days of Steam and such. Valve was more of a fledgling company then. And they just happened to create perhaps the greatest game of all time.
This is one of the most notable... This is like kind of like the creme of the creme of first-person shooters, like classic first-person shooters.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, Unreal and Quake and Doom, of course, was before this, but this was like one of the first ones that truly perfected.
This was what set the
precedent
tone for single-player shooters. All the other ones, were okay single-player, mainly meant for multiplayer, with the exception of Doom. I mean, Doom was a good single-player, but it's nowhere on the level of this.
one of the first-person shooters, too, to incorporate, like, puzzle elements.
Yeah, puzzle, heavy story emphasis, voice acting. But yeah, Half-Life, and all the Half-Life series, you take control of the character, Gordon Freeman. Gordon Freeman is, he's in this game, he's 27, he's got a PhD in theoretical physics, and you perform experiments in the Black Mesa complex. Yeah. Black Mesa is fucking huge. Like, this would cost trillions of dollars to build. I mean, it's miles and miles and miles long. It's, equipment in it that today would be impossible. It has the greatest collection of bottomless pits. I don't know how they funded so many bottomless pits, but they got them all.
They did.
Yes.
Location.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's some company out there that makes bottomless pits that you can buy, because they bought a lot of them.
Probably the same company that makes, like, the little black hole Acme.
Yeah.
Acme probably makes them. That's Roger Rabbit reference.
But you start off going on a long tram ride on your way to work, and it's almost just like another Monday. You're running a little late. You're talking to the usual people as you go to work. Security guards like, "Hey, Freeman, you're running a little late today." Blah blah blah, just shooting the breeze. And you notice throughout this whole time you're going to your job, all these small fuck ups keep happening. As soon as you get through the tram ride, or actually on the tram ride, you see like this big nuclear waste spill, this glowing material. Shit's going wrong there. But you just pass it. You get to kind of where you would check in normally. And the security guard's like, "Oh, we got some messages for you, Freeman, but the system's crashed, so I can't retrieve them for you. It's another one of them days."
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
You go pick up your HEV Mark IV hazard suit, and this is the defining suit of Gordon Freeman. The suit helps protect you from damage, helps protect you from radiation, biohazards, all sorts of things like that. And the suit, it has a power meter that goes down as you get hurt. It kind of helps protect your health. And also has a flashlight built in. Eventually you get a long jump module for it, which lets you just jump longer distances, hence the name. When you go pick it up, you notice there's only one there. There's slots for two other ones.
There's certain puzzles in the game that require that jumping ability too.
Yeah, yep. In this whole complex, I know there's a limitation of the technology, but they essentially, Black Mesa cloned 3 men to be all their scientists. There's 3 scientists over and over and over again, with a few exceptions throughout the whole facility. One of them looks like Albert Einstein. One of them looks like Samuel Jackson from Jurassic Park.
Hold on to your butts.
And another one's just like a generic, ominous, middle-aged scientist dude. But yeah, your job for today is to go perform this experiment. I didn't write down what the name of the thing was. It's some little, I say little, it's a big room where you're essentially taking some foreign material, they call it, and you place it in the center where there's all this science.
Anti-mass chamber.
Yeah, anti-mass spectrometer.
Yes.
And you keep hearing all these scientists use this scientific jargon around you, like, well, it should be theoretically impossible that a resonance cascade could happen, Yeah. And anyways,
things you're not meant
to
understand.
They talk about how the government spent a shitload of money to get this sample, and how we gotta, all this stuff could possibly go wrong, but everything's within normal reading, so don't worry about it. But you put this in the center of the anti-mass spectrometer, and
it's only known to the state of California to cause cancer.
Yes. Only in California. Luckily, I don't think Black Mesa's in California, so cancer-free.
You're good.
You put it in the middle, and it essentially opens a dimensional breach to hell. And I say hell as in, it's very alien.
It's a dimension called
Zen.
Zen?
Yeah. XEN for those who want to know. You teleport around, so you see a few glimpses of this other dimension. You see some aliens. the main ones you see are the Vortigaunts, which Vortigaunts are these, like, I think they have one eye. They're kind of hunched over, almost insectoid / human creatures, or humanesque. Humanoid is the word I'm looking for.
They kind of look like a weird mix of, if anybody's familiar with the Alien movies, Alien Resurrection, they kind of look like the newborn alien at the end. Got the real elongated fingers and shit. And like one big fucking toenail.
Yeah. But their main attack is they teleport around and they fire off beams of electricity. And you eventually find out that these guys are not bad guys by their own will. But that's for later. Let's see, I took very scarce notes in the beginning because I'm a douche. Eventually, you just start trying to make your way out after this shit happens. Like, shit's blowing up, people are dead and dying, bodies are scattered across the floor, shit has went down. And very early in the game, you come across head crabs, which is like the iconic enemy in Half-Life. Head crabs are these little
parasitic crab things.
Yeah,
well, kind of like a tick.
Kind of like a tick. They got 4 legs and a very bulbous body, and they latch onto your head and they crack open your cranium and basically turn you into a wicked ass zombie. The zombies,
spooky ass zombie.
The zombies in this game have the big head crab, or just people with a big ass head crab over their head. They have an exposed rib cage with like green ichor coming out. Their arms have been like elongated, and their fingers have been morphed into claws. They're very sinewy looking, very tendony. They're pretty tough. I mean, they're easy enemies, but they're fairly tough. If you want to try to take it out with a crowbar,
I was gonna say, you keep that crowbar swinging, you'll be all right.
Yeah, you're gonna have to bounce back and forth on them because they'll swat at you in a pattern of 2 or 3 swipes. So you hit them a couple times, back up, they'll swap. Then you go up and hit them a few more times, and you can get them. Main thing is they place them in areas that surprise you. Yeah, you go in the door, and they'll be right beside the door, and they'll just start wailing on you. But they're very creepy, especially because they're voiced by like their victims, basically. So it's just very ominous.
Yeah.
One of the earlier, most notable scene or parts of the level, you got to go down this giant ass lift. And it just starts raining head crabs like fucking crazy. This, a good 20 or 30 of them come down, and I kind of figured out that if you try to dodge them, you're more likely to get hit than if you just stand still, flailing your crowbar like a madman, because you'll just kind of deflect them.
They'll kind of jump at you, and you'll like baseball bat the motherfucker back, kinda.
Yeah, and Gordon Freeman can swing that fucking crowbar like mad.
He's broken into a few houses.
Yes, he has. He might know a certain lady we know.
I'm sorry, I just had to look out the window.
He might have scrambled a few eggs in his time. But yeah, after the first initial area, you end up going to the office complex, and you find here that some Marines are starting the cleanup crew. First, everyone thinks, the military's here to save us. No. They're here to make sure no one speaks of this. And especially
the cover-up begins,
yes,
pretty much.
And after you start putting up resistance, you find out that you are their target because you are putting up resistance. So their one and only goal here throughout most of the game is to kill you. If you sneak up on them, you can overhear their radio chatter, and they're talking about things like, Freeman and the subject's not here, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, you go through a good while of just mopping up military patrolmen. The weapons you get up here, I guess I should talk about weapons some. Let me,
The most commonly associated weapon with this series, as Brandon said, is the crowbar.
Very iconic.
The crowbar is known. There's a Glock 17 pistol.
Yep. Also, early on, you can get the Magnum and the submachine gun. Magnum is one of the best guns in the game.
It's a Colt Python 357.
It is a fucking laser. It does not miss. It has incredible stopping power. Most enemies, the smaller enemies, is a one-hit kill. Versus the other pistol. The other pistol's fairly accurate, but it takes a good bit of shots to down most things. The submachine gun is fucking horrible. As a submachine gun should be, I guess.
I like the grenade launcher on it. That's about it.
The grenade launcher attachment on it is very handy. But if you try to hit anything more than like 10, 15 feet away from you, you're gonna. It's like using a stormtrooper blaster. You shoot a bullet pattern in the shape of their silhouette. It goes everywhere but to them.
Try as you might, but there will be no succession.
You also get a combat shotgun, which is fucking horrible. I've never encountered a shotgun that takes like more than 2 hits to kill a person. It's awful.
It's probably a Schlossberg.
And that's all you encounter for damn near half the game. We'll get to the other ones later. Anyways, the earliest puzzle / boss you get to is the blast pit. In the blast pit, you get to it and you talk about how you hear the scientists talking about how there's this thing that they have in there, and it's just growing and growing, and you've got to fire the rocket engine to destroy.
It's pretty much a big set of tentacles.
Yep, you destroy it before it grows any larger. It's 3 big ass tentacles with a claw on the end, and it doesn't have any eyes, so it goes strictly by sound. So the tactic here is to get grenades, and there's very conveniently a box of infinite grenades nearby. You throw grenades and you distract it, and you can go into the fire chamber and go through these different doors where you got to end up turning on the oxygen and the fuel and the power to the rocket engine. And when you finally go through all the horse shit you got to do that, you can turn on the rocket and you see this thing fucking fry, and it's very satisfying.
It's like calamari at your local Asian restaurant.
Yep.
Done, son.
And then after that, you go through some more minor shit. You get to the one of the next levels is Power Up. In Power Up, there's this giant monster I think it's called a gargantuan or gargantua. This thing is a bipedal, Hulk-sized monster
that just is raging.
Yeah, it is. It's running around fucking up all the military. It has a flamethrower arm, and it can like stomp the ground and shoot just a straight line of electricity across the ground at you. And not only that, it can just walk up to you and maul the fuck out of you.
It's one of the more intense moments of the game.
Yeah, because he actively chases you down in the more open areas. So, your weapons don't do shit to it. I think technically you could waste a fuck ton of ammo and explosives on it and maybe kill it. But there's a way to kill it. The way you're supposed to kill it is it's located in an area where it's on a small 2-3 man tram. It's just a cart on electric rails. Rails don't have any power in that area, so you've got to go through a bunch of horse shit and power up that tram. Blocking your way is more Marines. There's a few areas here with water filled with leeches, and they're not really leeches. I got a name for them written down. Somewhere around here. Hagworms.
Nice.
You can't really do shit to them because they're tiny, but you can see them swim up to you, and you start losing health. You hear the little crunch of noise. Bad shit. The only way you can kill them is by removing the water from around them. You can drain the water in this area, and they fall to the ground and wither up and die. But yeah, you go through all this horse shit to get power to the tram, and then you got to go through one main. You enable the generators, and you go to the power room and turn on the power. The monster, the gargantua, can make it into the power up room. So what you do is you lead him into there and flip the switch, and he happens to walk between these 2 big ass, I guess, conductors, and it just fries him. It shocks the shit out of him and kills him. And you get on your tram, and you encounter a scientist, or maybe it was a guard, I don't recall. He tells you that the Lambda scientists say that you need to launch this satellite in order to stop all this shit. apparently they got a satellite that can go into space and stop this resonance cascade that caused all this shit. And but the military shut it down because that's what the military does in this game. They fuck shit up.
They destroy a good thing.
And it doesn't make much sense because, I mean, it does and it doesn't because the military and the aliens are not aligned at all. The aliens start kicking their ass pretty hard, so I'm like, why didn't you just shut it down? But whatever. After you hear that, you go, this next level is nothing but a fucking tram maze. It's called On the Rails. You do nothing but ride around on a tram, directed around by shooting these little signs that direct your train direction.
Aggravating.
Yeah, it's aggravating, especially because there's some hallways where they have the military has rocket turrets set up. So the only thing you can do is crouch behind the controls of your tram, have it set on full speed and pass him and try to mow down the controller before he shoots you with the rocket, because it takes like 2 rockets to kill you. You get through all that, you get the next stage is apprehension. Hold on, let me read my notes real quick, because I think I might have missed something.
Is apprehension where you get captured by the Marines?
Yeah, the end of apprehension. When you start apprehension, it has this bitchin' ass Matrix music, that real grungy, like you're about to fuck shit up music.
This ends tonight.
It's the first level where you encounter an ichthyosaur, which is a big shark alien thing. This is also the level where you pick up the crossbow. The crossbow is a really good gun for taking these things out conveniently. It's one of the second or third times you spot G-Man. I guess I never really covered him. You see him first in the tram, and then in a couple other places throughout the levels before now. He's just a mysterious guy in a business suit. He looks way too calm for all this shit to be going down. And he's in all the wrong places, all the right times, I guess you could say. One of the Einstein scientists here, he tells you to stick to the industrial complex because there's a lot of security holes. And he says that... maybe I'm thinking of something else. Yep.
Dun, ding 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 ding.
Yeah. Okay.
Ding ding.
This is a part that kind of made me chuckle because he tells you to stick to the industrial complex because it's full of security holes, and it reminds me almost like was it Newt from Alien, where she's like, it mostly comes at night, mostly.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's mostly full of security holes. It's worked for me so far. Like, but anyways, this is also the first level where you encounter these Black Ops military people called assassins, and they're bitches. They jump around everywhere. They'll kind of just ping you with not extremely damaging pistols or whatever the fuck that they have. They're almost a waste of ammo to shoot, but if you can corner them, you can mow them the fuck down with submachine guns. Anything that can shoot fast, because they move really fast. They can jump like 10 feet up in the air. They're hard to see in the dark because they're solid black. So, and they can cloak, so don't like fucking
even worse.
Yeah, they're practically predators without nukes. Anyways, at the end of the apprehension level, you get apprehended, as the name implies, by a military man, and you overhear their conversation. And we finally got him. Let's just kill him now. And one of them says something like, "Well, we get in trouble. We don't want to upset boss." And where did they find the body? And the other guy's like, "What body?" And then you wake up inside a trash compactor, very Star Wars like. And they just happen to throw you in a trash compactor with a ladder built out of boxes. So you could just climb your way out and retrieve another crowbar and just beat your way to getting all your weapons back. Because they take all your weapons when they do that. So you start with nothing, you get your crowbar back, and then you slowly get your weapons back over time. After you get out of there, you
pretty much realize shit has hit the fucking fan when you get back to the surface.
Yeah, there's a lot of more shit going on. You eventually make your way to a building that it looks like the inside of the UPS headquarters. There's conveyors and horse shit going everywhere. Lots of big gnashing pistons and just shit that was made for no other reason than to kill Gordon Freeman right now. Because it serves no purpose other than that. I'm like, what the fuck could this possibly do ever?
We're building a whole production chamber that actually doubles as a very deadly death lab for events that was going to take place 3 months from now.
Our budgeting office told us we shouldn't have hired a video game level designer for this building, but we did it anyways because we're Black Mesa.
We told you not to cut our funds.
After that, questionable ethics is the next level. Run around and kill more military and aliens. Let's see. I'm trying to think. My notes are very sloppy. You find out here that Black Mesa has been collecting samples from Zen before all this shit happened. So, in theory, that's where that one sample came from that started this resonance cascade. So you get the towel cannon here from a security guard who decided that they should charge it up all the way and shoot it, which ended up killing him and the scientist. The towel cannon is the most powerful weapon in the game. If you look at it, it looks like some shit some scientists just cobbled together. It looks very rudimentary, but it's still extremely powerful. It has a big spinny cartridge on it, I would say, and you can charge the gun up. If you charge it up all the way and fire it, it'll knock you back a good ways, and that's how this guy died. But this thing is so fucking powerful, you can charge it up all the way, shoot a helicopter with it, and destroy the helicopter. I mean, it's the most powerful gun.
It's that gun that every hero in every action movie uses at the end of the movie to, like, one shot blow up the car or the helicopter.
Yeah, it's almost... It's the noisy cricket, except it's bigger.
It's a fucking noisy...
Towel cannon.
Locust towel cannon.
Let's see. Yeah, you go through some bullshit, turn on a series of lasers to blow up some walls and shit. And you make your way back to the surface, and this next level is called Surface Tension. It's a huge military fight. You want to use the towel cannon here to blow up helicopters and shit. You get a rocket launcher here, and this is where you start seeing that the military and the aliens are not really on good terms. I mean, you've seen a few firefights, but now you see alien space aircraft fucking shit up. So you start hearing more shit over the radio chatter too about it. You make your way to this warehouse filled with nothing but boxes and trip mines, and if you set one off, you fucking die. It blows the whole place up. So you gotta be really careful here. It's very puzzly here because, like I said, you trip one laser and you're dead. It's probably the biggest level in the game. It spans several maps. It takes fucking forever to get through. And this is about where I wasn't able to continue, but I'm kind of going off memory from this point. After that, the Marines start abandoning the place because they're losing the fight against the aliens.
They're overcome.
Yeah, so you're no longer their priority. You stop encountering them really here. You travel through some underground water channels, and you make your way to the Lambda Core. Lambda Core is where all this scientist team is supposedly waiting for you. And they're waiting for you so you can fix all this shit. Let's see. Yeah, to flood some reactors here in order to make your way to the core where the scientists are. And everything you fight in here is aliens. Alien grunts, which are just some big generic baddies. I remember how they have the Hornet gun?
Mm-hmm.
Hornet gun is the only infinite ammo gun you get in the game besides the crowbar. The Hornet gun looks like a big alien 3-fingered hand that shoots hornets, and it'll regenerate hornets over time. And it's pretty handy for taking out smaller enemies, head crabs, things like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't do heavy damage, but because it does have infinite ammo, you don't have to waste your precious ammo on the small shit. So, let's see. Yeah, some of the scientists tell you that there's a single, like one large alien is hosting the invasion, and you have to travel to Zen to kill it, because the satellite it's keeping the satellite from closing the resonance cascade. They also give you the long jump module here and the gluon gun, which is another really powerful gun. It's very reminiscent of the photon pack from Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
You can hold it down. Gameplay wise, it's almost like a flamethrower that shoots in a straight line. You just hold it down and just melt shit down with it. It's really handy.
It's like an elongated lightsaber almost.
Yeah. So they send you to Zen, and Zen is a very odd alien border world, is what they call it. It's just nothing but like really floaty islands, disjointed, that you need the long jump to get across. And it just looks like small patches of floating land in space. It's filled with aliens because obviously this is their homeland, or at least their staging area. I don't know if it's their homeland. You encounter one of the more difficult bosses of the game here, Gonarch.
The Gonarch,
which is the mother head crab that has a gigantic nutsack.
Lays them eggs.
Yeah, it spits baby head crabs at you, and also spits acid at you. And unsurprisingly, the nutsack is the weak spot, just like in real life.
Yep, that is the.
You want to take some bad motherfucker down, hit him in the nuts. Same with Gonarch. It's only real multi-stage boss in the game. The first stage, it runs around, shoots baby head crabs at you, and its best is to kind of kite it around, or even kind of play peekaboo with it behind some obstacles. When it spits at you, dodge behind the cover, then come back out and just blow its nutsack up constantly. You start seeing a lot of dead HEV suit wearers here, so you find out you're not the only person who's tried to come to Zen to stop this. This is kind of where you see those two missing suits, even though there's far more than two. I think there's more like 5 or 6.
Yeah. But,
you're not the only possible hero here. You're just the only one that's surviving. In second stage, the nutsack monster starts charging at you, and here there's not much places to hide in the second stage. So it's best is to try to kite it and just waylay everything you can into it, because it will fuck you up if you don't kill it quick, or you don't force its hand quick. When you do enough damage to it, she goes to the third stage, and it's a small pit area where you do have to just kite her, because there's not much else you can do. You can throw satchel charges if you do your shit right. She drops down in the pit, and there's like some flowing water that will sweep you in there. But if you time your shit right, you can kind of stop you from getting flowed into the pit, and you can just sit there and drop satchel charges on her or other explosives and pretty much kill her that way.
Nice.
After that is the interloper stage, which is this: you go to the alien cloning facility where they're cloning all their grunts.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first time you see the Vortigaunt monsters not attack you. There's some of them in here that are peaceful, and they don't say anything in here, but in Half-Life 2 they actually talk to you, and they refer to you as the free man, and you pretty much learn that they've been enslaved by these aliens to do their bidding.
You truly find out that they're not the common enemy you think they are.
Right.
Pretty much.
And Interloper ain't that long of a level. You get to a teleporter, and you get to the boss of the game called Nihilonth, which is a giant alien baby with 3 arms.
It's got a huge fucking head.
Yeah. Yep. It's got downs.
Waterhead.
I shouldn't have said that, but
yeah, I just said waterhead, so that's terrible.
It's got an arm coming out of its belly button, and I think it's inspired some pretty gnarly dreams of me now that I think about it.
His mama probably worked at Waffle House.
Probably. It's just someone played with them eggs.
Scrambled the fuck out of them.
But it's a multi-stage boss, but not the boss itself is only on one stage. It's weird. It's got 2 attacks. One of them, it shoots some electrical, like static balls at you, and if they hit you, it's pretty much a one-hit kill, so you gotta dodge them. But it'll also shoot these glowy red balls at you, which you would think the thing to do would be to dodge it. But if you're running low on ammo, you want to get hit by these things because they teleport you to other levels. There's 3 other levels that'll teleport you to, and they got other aliens and shit in there, but they're filled
with. What's my dog saying that we aren't?
I don't want to know.
I'm gonna have to make him stop barking. Okay, sorry, I had to check and see what my dog was barking at. There's something scurrying around outside my house. I just chambered one in the old AR. Just
yeah, luckily in real life, the real life game of rock paper scissors, AR beats knives.
Damn right, all day long.
Anyways, so yeah, it shoots these teleport balls at you. If it hits you, you get teleported to these stages that's filled with a lot of ammo. Some of them have varying amounts of alien enemies, different kinds of alien enemies. But it's a good way to stop back up because you probably wasted a whole lot of ammo on the nutsack boss, Gonark. If you do have plenty of ammo for whatever reason, or whatever, you can just skip all that shit. But the another advantage of doing the teleporting too is, after you teleport 4 times, it stops doing the teleport attack. The teleport attack, if it misses you, will spawn a random enemy there. So you can kind of get overrun that way. So the safe way to do is to go through the teleport route. But if you want to Rambo it, you got lots of ammo. Just fucking start attacking there's these yellow crystals, 3 yellow crystals around the boss's stage. You shoot those to blow them up, and those are like kind of making a shield around the alien baby thing, Nihilonth. And once those are gone, you can just start waylaying into his head. And it's pretty easy to get behind one of these pillars and barely peek out where you can see its bulbous head, but it can't attack you. And you just unload on it. Once you unload so much, its head peels like a fucking banana and exposes its brain. And at that point, you pretty much have it beat. It wakens it a whole lot. Instead of shooting a flurry of these static balls that you shoots just one, and one's not that big deal. But you have to jump on some of these little like membrane looking trampoline things. You jump up high in the air, and this place has really low gravity, so you don't have to worry about falling damage. And you jump up above it and just fire into the brain until you kill it. At that point, you see a big fireworks show.
Explosions.
Yeah. And you get
Gordon gets knocked out.
Yeah, and you wake up with the G-Man.
Dun dun dun.
He teleports you around, showing you some of the aftermath and different things in the game that's kind of happened because of you. He tells you that they've controlled the border world of Zen now, the military does, and he's very impressed with your work, and he likes to offer you a job. So it offers you a choice at the end of the game. You end up in the tram that you started the game in, and you're flying through space in it. And he's like, okay, if you want the job, go through this portal, and the door opens, and there's the green portal there. And he's like, you're a decisive man. I trust he can make a decision quick. And he's not lying. I mean, you got like 30 seconds to a minute maybe, but if you don't make a decision, if you don't go in the portal, he assumes you're not going to help him. And which is the bad ending. He teleports you to a room full of I think it's alien grunts. It's some big aliens that you know you're gonna fucking die. And then it fades to black.
It simply ends.
And I think it says something like Gordon Freeman, status deceased, post-mortem, refused job offer, something like that. But if you take his job, which is the good ending, I think it just fades to black and gives you a status update of like Gordon Freeman hired, awaiting objective or something. Which, so it's
put into stasis, kind of.
Canonically that he did do that because he's alive in Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
So that's
the true ending. You can actually call that the true ending.
Yeah. Even though you don't actually work for G-Man's still kind of the enemy in Half-Life 2. You obviously took the route that didn't end in your demise.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just gotta suck.
You gotta suck life's dick sometimes.
You gotta suck a cock in order so you don't take a cock.
Yep. It is better to give than to receive.
But yeah, that's it.
That's Half-Life in a nutshell, as explained by Brandon.
Yeah. I feel like I didn't do it proper justice, but I've been really strapped for time. Our buddy Steve Steverson, as a time bandit, stole some time from me. But it's okay, Steve. I forgive you.
This time.
Yeah. He's getting some help for his cousin Roger Feltman's show, which I actually had a hand in his last episode. Go check it out on YouTube. You see my stepson's in there, and I'm in there for a very brief moment.
Very nice.
My stepson's going by the screen name Craig, and I'm credited as Craig's dad / parental guardian. So,
nice.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out. It's your debut into the YouTube world.
I mean, I'm already famous.
Nice. Been signing autographs and shit.
Yep. You know, I've already had creepy Waffle House ladies accost me.
Yeah. I still get nervous looking out of the window right now.
I
guess we can do our...
Well, let's throw out a quick shout out to Vault. We didn't get a game of the week, but
that's true.
Man, the moving bug is going around.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's fucking moving. Vault's been moving. I've been moving. Everyone's fucking busy, so we don't have a Vault game of the week. But
I did notice they are open in their new location.
Yes,
today.
they are. Go check them out. They got one in Hanceville. I don't know the address. Could you give redneck directions?
Actually, if you will give me just a second, I can give you the actual address.
All right.
Because I noticed Mark posted it on Facebook earlier. The address for the Hanceville location of Vault Games is 918 Main Street Northeast. They're located next to the movie factory and right next to the Chevron.
Okay.
In Hanceville, if you're local to there. And the Coleman store is now located at 103 2nd Avenue Southwest and is next to Haviline at the Highway 31 and Highway 278 intersection. So if you're local to Coleman and if you've listened to us at all, they're a big supporter of us. They've been real good to us. They're moving 2 new locations, so I mean that's 2 more ways for you to get your game fixed. And their Amazon store is rather impressive as well.
Yeah, Amazon.com/shop/Vault Games.
Get in touch with them on there if you're not local, and any inquiries or questions you have, or if you want them to find you something, you know, any of that stuff, they do all that. So,
and if you stop by, tell them the good old gamer sent you.
Yeah. Be sure to let them know that you're dropping by, especially if you're dropping by for the first time. You know, let them know that we led you this far.
Yep.
So check them out. They're good guys. They'll work some magic with you.
Yep.
So go see them. They're going to definitely want to see the people, especially their new locations.
Yep.
They're just excited for you to come see their store as you are to go see what they have in their store. So do it.
Well,
make it happen.
We have a question of the week.
We do.
Finally. I'm sorry about the drop the ball on the last one.
We're
still going to ask Steve Steverson's question.
Sorry, Steve. We'll get there eventually.
Our question was, if you had to describe your significant other with a video game title, what title would that be?
I've had such a hard time coming up with something on my own for this, but...
Primal Rage for me.
That is fucking amazing, because I thought about Primal Rage today. I really did.
Justin Bruce on Facebook says, Alone in the Dark.
I've seen that. I love that. I mean, not for you, but for me.
Our buddy Steve Steverson says, Barbie Horse Adventure, we are into some weird shit. Yes, you are.
Indeed.
Did you get any other answers? Because I didn't get many. Which I did throw it out there kind of late.
I do some... I'm trying to pull them up. I got some answers from our buddy Chasen Chandler. He has a barrage.
Sweet.
Irritating Stick. Fat Princess. Sticky Balls. Hatred. Bubble Bath Babes. And my personal favorite, Wild Woody. Sega CD. I think Road Rash would be. Well, no, that sounds. Skanky.
That sounds raunchy.
Still skanky, yeah. My wife isn't skanky. She tends to be moody sometimes, but so do I.
A boy in his blood.
She might kick you in the nuts over that one.
Yeah, well, my old lady hits me in the nuts quite often anyway, so. It's another Monday.
Yeah. Don't know somebody's gonna kiss him. I'm gonna say this fine game I got for Aquarius here, Night Stalker.
No, that's our other significant other that we kind of.
I think that's the Waffle House lady. Fuck, I don't.
Berserk.
That's a good one.
Frenzy.
Miss Pac-Man, just simply because she's a pack rat. I'm just digging a hole. I doubt she listens to this, but she does.
Mine don't.
I'm fucked. You're safe then. Shit, man. I don't know. I've been thinking about this for a fucking week now. I almost said Mortal Kombat the other day. Like,
get over here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much. That's kind of my relationship with my dog, though, too.
Yeah.
So, some good answers. That's all I had, though. That's Chase posted those. I've shared it. You people ain't answering. Come on, y'all were doing good there for a while.
Which I did post it kind of late, and I didn't post it in all the usual places because I was in a hurry.
Life happens.
So, I understand you have us a new question of the week.
I do. In light of my recent rage rant that I spoke about earlier, I kind of want to know just what is the worst moment you've had while in the search of looking for games for your collection or just to play? Is it have you met a bad person, had a bad sales transaction,
sweet deal fall through for you?
Yeah, anything that just when something went wrong down the line somewhere, just what's the worst experience you've had while on the hunt for video games, whether it be a person, event, deal, whatever.
I can go ahead and say one of mine was getting outbid on an arcade cabinet after the fucking auction ended.
Yeah, that was pretty tragic. You thought you were the winner for a whole 35 seconds, wasn't it? Or a minute?
It was like 10 seconds, maybe. Like I got the congratulations, you're a winner, and then I get the push notification. You've been outbid by $2. Eat a fucking dick, eBay. Don't tell. I would prefer you to say, like, waiting for the results or something. Then tell me I want it, then take it away.
That's pretty shitty. Like Indian Giver Bay.
Yeah. I'm offended.
I'm sorry. We're trying to remain a little more PC with our podcast.
Yeah, we're the most PC podcast.
We have a phone number.
682-777-GOOD.
Call us. It gives us wood.
Yes.
You can find us Good Old Gamers Podcast or goodoldgamers.com. Facebook, Good Old Gamers Podcast. iTunes, like I said earlier.
Yay.
We're on iTunes. Give us some reviews. We'd like to have them. Stitcher. You can stream shit directly off our website. You can download it.
Send us email, podcast@goodoldgamers.com.
YouTube. Google Plus. Follow us on fucking Twitter.
At Good Old Gamers.
At Good Old Gamers. We're on TuneIn.
Yep.
Listen to us on there.
Check out our buddy's YouTube cooking channel, Costume Cookery.
Indeed. Give them a shout out. You'll enjoy it.
Yep.
It's always fun to watch. I like watching cooking videos, though. That's where my inner Martha Stewart comes in at.
Yeah.
But, what the fuck?
We might have company.
Oh, fuck, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Dude, Brandon, she's coming
what?
in. She's back. She's coming in. Game over.
Game over.
Eat your